Hi guys, and welcome to the review of the Nike Pegasus 38 limited edition. This is the black, which is the right shoe, and this is the white, which is the left shoe. So as you can see, design-wise, they are relatively similar. There's the yellow Nike logo on both shoes, and the eyelets are relatively the same. The only main difference is the black and white colorway, respectively. So let's take a little bit of a deeper look in terms of the design. So as you can see, there are these black little holes all around the shoe. So this really helps with ventilation, and it doesn't really get very hot when you're running the shoe. Additionally, you can see that this goes all the way back to the heel cap, and that's the view at the back. So those at the back don't really do much of a job in terms of ventilation. So this usually happens in the front of the shoe. And as you can see, turning it around, there it is. Let's closer look at it. Yeah. And in terms of the eyelets, you have the same on the left and right of the shoe. And then you have the Pegasus 38 text. So generally these two shoes look amazing in terms of the limited edition bits. So let's start off with a little bit of the features of these shoes as compared to previous models. So I personally had the Nike Pegasus 34, which is about 3 to 4 years ago, and I decided to do an upgrade because that shoe kind of like worn out. The lug started to wear off and the traction started to give way, and I also realized that the EVA foam on the 34 started dying pretty fast as well. So I just wanted to change my shoe, and the good thing about the 34 is that they have increased the toe box for wider feet people. So like myself, I have flat feet and my feet are rather wide, and this new design really helps. The additional thing is they have moved away from the traditional EVA foam to the Nike React foam, and they have made it a lot more softer, and it really absorbs the impact. So my stats are I'm around 100 kg, I'm about 1.8 meters in height, and I'm really big built. So these shoes really help with the impact. And I don't really get any knee injuries or whatnot. So I just took this out for a 3K run, and it was a really nice, comfortable run, very smooth transition, nice bouncy feel, and the Nike included a zoom bag here, so that is much larger than the 34 or the 37 models as well, and it really helped to have that snappy feeling when you're trying to pick up speed on the shoes, and the foam itself gives you that nice bouncy springy feel as well, especially when you're trying to pick up the pace or trying to sustain a certain cadence over an extended period of time. The only two issues that I had with this shoe is that the lacing system on the Pegasus has always been an issue. For me, the laces are rather short, right? I do a typical runner's tie, and then I try to double lace it so that it doesn't come out when I run, which usually happens with all my Nike shoes. But I really don't have enough length or on the laces for me to get a proper double knot. And if I want to get the double knot, I really have to tighten the shoes quite a bit and get that locked down. But when I do that, I get pretty bad cramps around this area of the shoe, which is the mid of the shoe. So because I lock it down here too much and I've tightened this, and over an extended period of time of running, this gets really painful. So that's the issue with that. And also because I have rather wide feet, as I mentioned, my pinky toe always rubs off on the side of the shoe, and that has caused me a little bit of a blister as well. So these were the two things that I didn't really like about the shoe. Besides that, the design on this is amazing. I love the colorway, and the price point on this, it's as expected for high-end running shoes. So it's about 199 SGD, Singapore dollars, and be it the limited edition version or the regular version, they are both costing about the same, 199 each. Unfortunately, in the US 13 sizes, these were one of the only pairs that I could get. And yeah, if you want a little bit more of a customized design, you can check out the Nike By Me section. So those cost about $30 more, so those are $229. And the downside of that is that if I were to select a slightly wider shoe for myself, so if I were to pick a wider section of the customization, it's limiting me to a US 12 for the size itself, and that's not really something that I would want to do. Even though it's wider, size 12 would mean it's a little bit shorter here, and that would mean that even running on long distances, as your feet swells as it does, it'll still be a little bit tight. So I decided to unfortunately send them back and get a refund on it. So Nike has this amazing program where if you're a Nike Plus member, you get 30 days to test run the shoes. And if you like them, you keep them. If you don't like them, you can return them back to Nike for free. And they will refund you that whatever you paid over a period of time, of course. I think it was like 14 business days or something like that, which is fine, but you get a refund on your money. So that's the amazing thing about Nike, and that's what I've always loved about Nike shoes. It's not only important to get the fit right, it's also important to see how it is when you're running with them, right? So running with these shoes are very, very much important. I personally did a lot of barefoot running, so that meant that I had to forward strike on most of my movements, and this shoe really helps with that. The zoom back in this really is good. It's snappy, and you feel that bounce when you're running on road, on gravel, on dirt or whatnot, and the traction on this is amazing. And I've run a little bit on it, and it doesn't really wear, no signs of wear at all on the shoe. So that's quite amazing with this, and I really, really love it. But if they had a slightly bigger size or even a wider size, I think I would have loved the shoe. This doesn't cost you much. If you're looking for a decent pair of running shoes, it doesn't get much better than the Nike Pegasus 38s.